2022 has been the biggest year for electric vehicle sales on record.
New players are jumping into manufacturing EVs as the cars are appealing to a broader market of buyers.
President Biden has signed the Inflation Reduction Act into law.
It includes hundreds of billions of dollars to address climate change. One program, new tax breaks for electric vehicles.
We're in the middle of about a 5-year period when some 100 new cars with a plug are going to hit the market. You may never see a flurry like this again in your life.
At the end of 2021, there were 23,000 registered EVs in Minnesota. There could be twice as many on the road by the end of next year, and that means a need for faster charging, not only in population centers, but statewide.
Minnesota is about to put its electric vehicle charging network into drive.
The plan calls for 16 new charging stations along Interstates 94 and 35, ready for use by the end of 2024.
We were the recipient of a $7 million grant from the Department of Energy called the Intertribal Electric Vehicle Charging Network, and essentially connect the Twin Cities to the Red Lake Nation, to the Standing Rock Nation, and back to the Twin Cities. We're implementing 20 electric vehicles, everything from buses to F-150s to Teslas, into these communities. We are also establishing electric vehicle chargers. In 2022, the winter came really quick. We weren't able to get the charging stations that we had slated to install. We are going to install them as soon as the ground thaws in 2023. We are going to have workforce development programs involved in this project, where we will be training tribal members on the operation and maintenance of these vehicles. One of the biggest things that we're excited about is the continuation of this current administration that is making a commitment to electric vehicles that will go ahead and shore up our supply chain and bring lots of good jobs to not only this country, but into these tribal communities also. It's very exciting to be a part of all this. And of course, the communities are very excited. Miigwech, and thank you.
We met Ashley for the first time in 2018 when Recharge first started here in Mankato.
So this is the story. John Olseth, a local philanthropist and just generally good guy, was wanting to make this region and the Mankato area the hub for electric vehicles. He wanted to make sure we had the infrastructure and the vehicles available for the next generation. From John's perspective, it meant we need to get butts in the seats of electric vehicles so that people could understand what it was like to own and drive an electric vehicle. So we naturally partnered with MSU and with Ashley.
Yes, and from there we started with community gatherings of different stakeholders, EV owners, city officials, and everybody. And we brought together convenings to figure out what this event should look like and what our future goals were to come from this event.
And so that first event, we had about 50 people. A couple years later, we had hundreds of people at our last event in the spring, when we had an electrified expo. We had Vex Robotics, we had high schoolers, we had companies coming from out of town to show us how they're related to the EV movement. And we just really celebrated the fact that mission accomplished.
First events when we had 50 people, the electric vehicles were kind of like aliens. People didn't really know what they were and what they would be like to drive. And at the last event where we had hundreds, people knew what an electric vehicle was. They were test driving. These were people that were really interested in owning an electric vehicle and wanting to understand what that looked like. So that was a huge evolution from the beginning to where we are today. Mm-hmm. And because of these kinds of events and convenings, this area has a number of electric vehicle charging stations, well over 30. And considering I think we started out with a couple, that has been an incredible change. So at the Mankato Area Foundation, we're pretty proud of the fact that with John Olseth and this team, we got to be on the front end of this vision. And now we're just really excited to see what the next evolution of Recharge will be.
Over the past several years,
we have worked with our partners at Reach Strategies, the Mankato Area Foundation, and the Olseth Family Foundation to host Recharge Mankato, an event that allows our regional community to test drive various electric vehicles, scooters, and bikes. Last April, we were pleased to feature a variety of demonstrations, which included our automotive technology and mechanical engineering programs, as well as the latest technology from our partners at Xcel Energy, Gustavus Adolphus College, South Central College, and future leaders in automation from Mankato East and Mankato West high schools. These events have helped the public to gain a greater understanding of the current EV climate and to learn more about what our community and our campus is doing to propel these initiatives forward. We've had the opportunity to partner with industries such as Caresoft Global, Arctic Cat, Polaris, and many others to deliver real-world EV experiences and research opportunities to our students. One such partnership has been working with Argo, a company that builds unique commercial and recreational vehicles. Our students in the Automotive Engineering Technology program had the opportunity to work with Argo last year as part of their senior design project, which was to work with an 8-wheeled ATV robot supplied by the company. This project allowed the students to explore different ways to incorporate a range extender into the battery-powered unit. Students found solutions to increase the usability of the unit so that the battery could be recharged in remote areas where electricity might not be available for standard recharge methods. In other news, students in our mechanical engineering program designed and built a fully functional autonomous snowplow that was part of a statewide competition showcasing innovation. This project will continue this year, providing our students with the needed hands-on experience to create outside-the-box solutions. At Minnesota State University Mankato, we look forward to our continued efforts to be part of the changing and critical EV landscape and are honored to be serving our regional community. Thank you.
South Central College is proud to continue to join with companies, schools, and civic leaders across our community and state in making clean transportation a reality. We're committed to preparing both automotive and mechatronics technicians to help build and service low-emission and zero-emission vehicles. With the generous support of the Bosch Foundation and Snell Motors Company, SCC was able to purchase 2 plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, update our diagnosis scanning tools to make it compatible, and develop electronic training stations. We are particularly proud of our role in helping middle and high school students explore career paths that support clean energy. And through partnerships with our area schools, we've been able to bring hundreds of students each year to our college to learn about mechatronics and automotive service and get direct exposure to the equipment. Moving forward, SCC will continue to embed zero-emission vehicle technology into our curriculum. South Central College is also currently exploring opportunities to develop partnerships to fund zero-emission vehicles for our fleet of vehicles used by our employees and installing charging stations for zero-emission vehicles on our 2 campuses. Together with all of our Recharge partners, I have confidence we will achieve our shared goal of making clean transportation a reality for our community.
Hi, I'm Justin Partee with Connexus Energy, here at Connexus headquarters in Ramsey, Minnesota, and sporting this nice new Ford F-150 Lightning, supporting that EV mission that we have and for our members by learning about the vehicles that we drive, so our members can ask the questions and we can get the answers they need. Other cool things that we have going on for our residential members in EVs, we have a brand new subscription rate. For as little as $30 a month, they can charge overnight and still be eligible for up to a $500 rebate by installing that level 2 charger at their home. For the commercial side of things, we have an Amazon facility that's coming in that's going to have 300 plus EV vans. So what that means for us is we have to come up with an EV strategy directly with the Amazon team to figure out how to charge them and not doing it all at the same time while avoiding our peak. Another one is working with our commercial members, those gas stations in our territory, to become fueling stations. By helping them achieve grant money or rebates or some other kind of funding options, makes a DC fast charger attainable for them to install to become a fueling station for all vehicles driving by. That's our key focus here for 23 as we continue the evolution with EVs.
We're kind of an unprecedented time in the electric utility industry where we get to talk about something that's so impactful to our customers as we think about electrification of transportation. Serving a very rural service area, we know that one of the big barriers for our customers adopting electric vehicles is that we have a lack of a DC fast charging network. And so one of the things, the initiatives that we took on is building 11 DC fast charging sites located within 45 minutes of all of our Minnesota customers. So we're very excited about that. And what we're trying to do with this project is really mitigate range anxiety. We want to make sure customers feel comfortable when they're traveling and know that there's public fast charging available. And then we have a secondary project where we're going to be adding level 2 charging to 10 more communities. We want our customers and others traveling through to see that electric vehicles can work in this area. Right now I'm sitting in an electric vehicle that Otter Tail Power purchased, a Ford Mach-E, fully electric. Very excited to have this vehicle in our fleet. Another opportunity for us to try to connect with our customers and talk to them about the viability of electric vehicles. Morris Public Schools received a grant for 2 electric vehicle buses. So they're going to be using those 2 buses. Other initiatives we're doing is we're expanding level 2 charging in all of our Otter Tail owned buildings. We're working on offering both level 1 and level 2 charging to our employees. It's a great way, again, to have employees being ambassadors for the technology out in the communities. Some of our plans are working a lot with auto dealerships. And why that's so important is they need to make sure that they're educated on the technology and they have that connection with the utilities so they can inform the customer about charging details, things like that. I think we're doing some great things as we transform the transportation industry. Looking forward to doing many more initiatives in the future. Thank you.
Xcel Energy is driving towards a goal to enable 1 out of 5 vehicles to be electric by 2030 in our service territories. Our recently filed proposal in front of the Minnesota Public Utility Commission would add about 750 high-speed charging stations across Minnesota and Wisconsin. That equates to about 1,500 charging ports in total between 2024 and 2026. Today, plugging in with Xcel Energy's clean, affordable energy is the equivalent of about $1 per gallon or less when charging at home during off-peak hours. And soon, customers who already have a way to charge their EV at home will be able to participate in a charging optimization program. Customers can charge off-peak and earn an annual bill credit on their electricity bill. Our EV dealer network, which started last year, has grown to 26 dealerships in Minnesota. Their electric vehicle customers can leave the dealership already having enrolled in one of Xcel Energy's home charging programs. This year, in partnership with the Twin Cities and Our Car, an electric vehicle car sharing network was launched. Nearly 25,000 electric trips were taken in the first 6 months. For business customers, we're expanding our education and outreach to build on early stage advisory services, rate and energy optimization, workforce training programs, vehicle procurement planning, and dedicated customer agents. We're also proposing a partnership research and innovation portfolio in Minnesota that will bring forward innovative EV transportation projects and partnerships, like a really cool electric school bus project. And finally, we're transforming Xcel Energy's fleet too. We're proud to be the first utility in the nation with a fully electric bucket truck, which is now operating right here in Minnesota. Our fleet management team sees this fall and winter as a great opportunity to both train our crews and mechanics on the new technology and to provide the manufacturer of the truck with valuable real-world feedback. To date, we have 15 fully electric vehicles in service, including all-electric pickup trucks, and we're going to continue driving toward electrifying all of our light-duty vehicles by 2023 and 30% of our medium and heavy-duty vehicles by 2030. Thank you to Recharge Minnesota for bringing together innovators in the electric vehicle space. We're excited to be part of advancing Minnesota towards a cleaner electric future.